Marjorie McQuiston and her daughter, Nancy, vanished without a word, found days later, brutally murdered in Butte, Montana. On the surface, their lives were quiet. Marjorie, 51, a widow. Nancy, 26, lived with her mother and worked as a stenographer for a local mining office. They weren't the kind of people who made enemies. But on the night of April 9th, 1965, something unspeakable happened behind the closed doors of their modest home at 1237 West Broadway Street. 4 days, no one heard from them. No phone calls, no trips to the store. Friends grew uneasy. And then, 5 days later, a grim discovery. Up near the top of Big Butte, nestled in the hills overlooking the town, 2 bodies were found, dumped in the brush. It was Marjorie and Nancy. Marjorie had been brutally beaten and shot in the face. Nancy suffered a gunshot wound to the chest and similar blunt force trauma. It was personal, rage-filled. Nearby, Nancy's car was found abandoned in a gully. Blood stained the trunk. It had been a coffin before their bodies were tossed aside like garbage. Back at the house, the crime scene told a terrifying story. Blood-spattered, bullet holes. Nancy's own .22 pistol laying nearby. The very weapon that may have been used to kill her and her mother. But there were no fingerprints, no forced entry, no signs of robbery. For a brief moment, investigators wondered if the murders might be connected to the Joanne Kankelborg case. Another young woman found murdered in Butte just days after the McQuiston Whitman were reported missing. But Joanne's killer was quickly caught. The McQuiston case remained cold. Over the years, tips trickled in. Suspects came and went, but no arrests were ever made. Even today, 60 years later, the mystery still grips Butte like a ghost that won't rest.